I mean, if you pick Javelin, not if Jacob goes with arches though. Like
I don't know. I don't think it'll be enough.
if you go Slingers, like if Rabis go Slingers, right, and Jacob doesn't go arches, they can still match 3 Slingers versus 3 Slingers. It's about who wins that matchup, Slingers v Slingers, and then forces the enemy to come into his Javelins.
Yep, that's true.
But it's not going to happen, so let's not prioritize that.
Now, if I'm Elephant God right now, I am shitting myself. I'm sitting at the back and I'm not doing anything for the first 3 minutes of the game.
Yeah, those Javelins will have to kill each other a little bit. They're waiting for Baxley to lock in his pick. We'll see if he goes for tier 6, so tier 7. Tier 6 is actually a valid pick. Like, I've made a tournament on tier 7, because I know that there are certain picks that you can also go for tier 6, and it still will be valid. Like, for example, Grungy charges can be picked over tier 7 cavalry for that charge, if someone fancies that. I mean, most people still prefer tier 7. But Javelin as well. You don't have now long range units on the side of Iberian Slingers. So tier 6 Javelins become a viable pick, because those are Javelins that outrange enemy Javelins with hurl. It's a valid strategy to pick them and get that Javelin and volley advantage. Like if you get a first Javelin and volley, even if you are up tiered, that still gives you an advantage.
Absolutely, it does. No, I'm wondering here, how is Farabi's gonna pick in order to round out his team? Now, obviously, it's a very specialized team. Maybe a little bit too specialized, we'll find out soon. But I'm imagining that right now he's looking for something, he's trying to fill a gap. He's trying to see, what is my team missing? How can I stabilize this comp in order to make it as effective as possible? They seem to have a lot of defense. Javelins are really tricky to get hold of, and they have 2 Miltiades at the moment. What they are, they are going all in by the looks of things. Javelin Miltiades combo. This is very aggressive. It's actually quite scary. If I'm an infantry
it's scary
on
because
team 2
of
right now, I'm quite scary.
or because of their 3 Miltiades, but get it? He has fear.
Oh, okay. It took me a while. You had to explain it to me there.
No, you make a bad pan and you're not even realizing them. Well, not that bad pan, it's a dad joke. Okay. Go. Oh, Rangers.
Looks like everybody is locked in. We have a really interesting match. And let's start our first game on Capitoline Hill.
Yeah, let him mute the music maybe.
Both teams do still have hope to win.
Yeah. Let me actually
have
look
the
at
opportunity to go
let
through.
me look at the standings. How they look like right now. What they look like right now. Let's give the proper grammar here. So, in terms of Group B, Sacred Band and Silver Shield Swordsmen are currently tied for the first place with 5 points. Retire's Gladiators have 4 points, and Iberian Slingers 2 points. I don't know what the direct score between Silver Shield Swordsman and Sacred Band was. Let me see. Sacred Band, Silver Shield Swordsman. Silver Shield Swordsman won 2-0 their first match. They didn't meet for a second time yet. So yeah, even though it's 5 points, a tie with 5 points, Silver Shield Swordsmen have the advantage because of the head-to-head win.
Okay, let's see how these teams set up. Unsurprisingly, I think both teams are definitely putting pressure on that middle group, that middle high ground.
That's definitely going to happen.
Not so much because you can win the game from that, but because if you let the enemy team take it uncontested, you definitely lose the game.
What I see is just full yellow mid-rush from the side of the Iberian Slingers. Like, it's not even a question of doing some flanking, they're just setting up a pure yellow mid-rush at this point. And that's what we can see happening. Yep, everyone is going straight to the middle, except for Elephant God, which I kind of expected that he'll go around. You don't really want to go head on with those javelins.
Well, it's one of the nice things about the elephant is that you can kind of end up by yourself because there's nothing that can nuke you down so quickly that you're completely unviable anymore. What he is planning to do, in fact, is to try and draw away 2 units. Hopefully, one unit of javelins and one of something else, some infantry or
What
whatever.
I don't like to see is actually Iberian Slingers going back. Like, you have a composition that knows only one sword, forward. Also, I didn't see that there was a plan.
And they are moving forward. It looks like they were just waiting for the team to catch up a little bit. Elephant God not going for the flank as I think he should be doing.
Yep.
He needs to draw away as many javelins as possible. If he can draw away the javelins from the enemy team, his own javelins might have the advantage to win that infantry battle, that ranged war.
The problem they'll be facing is cavalry behind them. They have a lot of multi-artist players, they have a lot of range players that they need to protect, but the enemy has cavalry advantage. And if Boxity and Haxor Ninja find a sneaky charge into the back, that can turn a battle very quickly in favor of Sacred Bonds.
Uh-oh, this is scary for the red team. The range of the javelins is getting very, very close. It looks like they do get a couple of shots into the archers. Jacob taking a little bit of damage there, not being able to reply as much as possible, as much as he wanted to. And it looks like Lee Knox is going to get surrounded on this, having to bring up his supporting infantry as much as possible. Buxy going in for a nice charge there. Cut off.
Firehawk is almost dead, though.
A follow-up charge. It looks like he's going to get punished, and he's going to lose that unit very quickly, very hard.
Iberian Slingers are taking way too much time taking down that one unit of pikes and then another one after that. It just takes way too much time for them. Meanwhile, the other team responds with taking down much more units on the other time.
It's true, it's true. The trade-off on the right side is not really working out as much as they would hope. They need to throw in some more infantry and another unit of javelins in order to stabilize that left side.
Yeah, we can see some really good friendly fire meme on side of Linux. Just one of his pike units were killed. Okay, I'm just gonna find them for the back. Autocracy now going for Jacker. Will he crippling shot in time?
Just managing to miss it.
Autocracy I think crippled shot his health. Oh, that was painful to watch. And now even more with Kabarov's charge. Elephant God is approaching though. At this point,
Knox is not in time to get the phalanx down, and Elephant God takes advantage of that by charging in as hard as he can, getting a nice swipe off and doing decent damage.
But
and
Iberian Slingers
by Autocracy gets massive charge in there, causing havoc into the back line. It looks like it is going to give space for the enemy infantry, the blue team's infantry to walk in. One more charge to those slingers, ignoring all of the spearmen. He is going to get followed up by the red team's cavalry charge, unfortunately, and he will rout from that.
Yeah, now we have a massive flood of Iberian Slingers just pouring through that gap they've created, but they still haven't managed really to kill enough javelins. Those javelins will still cause a lot of problems. Dermek got caught though. Van Graaf is still very much alive, being chased by Remy. They're just pulling through everything, just chasing down those range units. But still, the HP disadvantage they have is insane. But that's mainly cavalry and still some ranged units.
Exactly.
So we'll see.
It is still possible for them to come back. I think Aremi is doing the right thing by pulling through. He doesn't need to win that infantry war. He needs to stop the range, keep them out of the game, while the rest of his team is. While the rest of his team is trying to stabilize and try and win back a little bit of that numbers advantage.
Yeah, we've seen some nice range meta meme, but now they're taking a little bit too long to clean it up. Rabis is a little bit late on that chase. Aremi is alone and he's getting kited very much. He cannot chase 9 range units alone with his 3 spearmen that are barely alive anyway. And they have access to crippling shots.
Regroup as quickly as possible. They are a little bit spread out, and this team composition does not do well when spread out, unfortunately. Elephant God is about to lose one of his elephant, managing to get into the javelin line, but not really managing to do the damage he wants to do in order to stabilize.
Javelins countering elephants, not by being javelins, but by walking in the forest. That's kind of a meme.
Yep, that's right. Really smart play and correct use of the terrain there. But the blue team have seen that opportunity. They are going to walk into the enemy base and they're going to look for a setting up of a line there.
Well, the only way they can win is now by this ninja cap. But
they might take out a cavalry
five
here.
Cavalry units alive on the side of Sacred Band. So I don't see them capping against that cavalry. That cavalry may be forced to be thrown away, but they are not going to cap. There's just no chance. And they killed already everything else. The only thing they have, the only thing that Iberian Slingers have are in the enemy base now. So Sacred Band will come back and decap quite easily and secure themselves a victory.
I have to say, these cav charges are not really being as effective as they want to be.
I mean, that's because of the minefield of Caltrops. Need to get through. Oh, there we go. Books the God count into Caltrops, and his charge couldn't go through.
And a really nice friendly fire there, shooting him in the face. They're actually being punished for this. Fabris turning in time, getting their face towards that cav, managing to punish them on the way out.
Yeah, that's Cav charging the spears, but they don't have really anything left to do. So I guess why not? Range units quite easily will kill those javelin that are hugging the wall now. They still have some slingers and archers alive. And
one of them does get caught, unfortunately. It's not going to be enough.
Another calf charge after calf charge, and we still have some infantry to clean it up. That's pretty much it. All blue health bars are very low. And it's still cavalry after cavalry charged. Even despite all these charges into spears, they still have a lot of cavalry left to do that all over again. Ravis now chasing Ojumoxi. Well, that's not going to bring any fruits really. And the last three units are getting wiped out inside the enemy base. Ravis coming back, realizing that chasing Ojo isn't really the best thing to do. Going back to the enemy base, die with honor, and get some capping points, I guess. Kappa. Little and kill. Oh, hi, Kiwi.
Hi.
Are you doing another meme? I thought it's only the meme team that memes by killing them. Come on. Fine.
Run them down! The enemy base will soon be ours!
We have to remake them. Okay, this is 1-0 to Sacred Band, so let me change the overlay already for the next battle. Mr. Carey, yeah, sure, no problem. 1-0 for Sacred Band. Who is not blue team in this? I'm a bit confused.
So do you think the mistake was not taking their own cavalry? Because the cavalry advantage really did show itself that game.
I mean, they took cavalry, just one player. The biggest mistake is how long it took for them to deal with Linux spikes. Then Rabis, I don't know what really happened there, but he was.
Did they take cavalry?
Late.
Who was taking cavalry?
Autocracy.
Yeah.
The enemy base will soon be ours!
I'm actually going to Ninja Cup.
Our base is under attack! We must stop them!
They're capping as well. No. Am I going to win this?
Our men are under attack!
Possibly.
No, they shouldn't.
Quickly! Forward! Onward!
Look at me out charging them.
Forward!
Haha.
Knock them flat!
I rocked his uniform. Just gonna pull through spears.
The Valkyries have come for me!
That's a fun part of the battle. So close to ninja capping, god damn it.
Yeah, so close.
That's how you speedrun the tutorial on this map.
Oh, can you actually do that on the tutorial?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know.
You haven't watched Paiku?
No.